You think that, Patty?
I agree.
All right, listen, I want to start with this. Oh, what a night. Watching Tottenham on a Tuesday night. You play first because you're fucking shy. What a feeling, what a night. You can't then tell me that two players go out and you strengthened as well, and then all of a sudden your whole season crumbles. It's crazy. And to me, if Arsenal don't make top 4 this season, that is one of the biggest bottle jobs in recent Premier League history. Well, imagine me then turning around and saying, oh, you guys are celebrating today, but 3 weeks ago you were unhappy. That's football. But it doesn't make you a flip-flop fan.
Yeah,
You're actually enjoying it. I'm not happy, man. I was underwhelmed. I was quite shocked when he was when we were linked to him. I mean, we had some big hitters in there originally, Conte, Poch, you know, so then to be then linked with Nuno and for him to get the nod over all the other guys, it was really underwhelming.
Big grin, almost as big as he is, because he's like 6'5". Very good friend, very good person. Previously of our channel friends Views TV is the one and only Patrick Tyrant.
Yes, what's happening, people? It's your boy Patrick Tyrant, aka Young Swaggy Daniels. When you see the T, see the P. When you see the P, now represents T. Let's go. I think we're live. Yeah, man. I think we are live. Yes, what's happening, people? It's your boy Patrick Tyrant, aka Young Swaggy Daniels. Yada yada yada. You know how it goes. You know who it is. And I'm here, Chatty Patty, episode 2.2. I said to everyone that was asking for regular content that I would drop content each week. Please hit that bell and that notification button, because to be fair, as you guys can see, there's no set time. My schedule's mad. Football is mad in terms of when the games are on, and it's thick and fast. And yeah, I'm just going to hit you guys up when I can. So obviously, if you're subscribed and you have that notification bell, you will be notified when I'm going to be uploading content. And obviously, for everyone watching this back, welcome to the show. If you are tuning in for the first time, my name is Patrick Tyrant. It's there below, aka Chatty Patty. This is my show, a bit more of me, and yeah, just my thoughts and feelings and opinions. And yeah, give it a like, share it, comment, subscribe, get involved, because yeah, without you guys there is no show. Do you know what I mean? So that's it. And yeah, I mean, for people that haven't seen or tuned in before, welcome. And for the returning guests or returning watchers and subscribers, welcome as well. Where shall I start? What shall I say? Well, to be fair, actually, let's start with some good news. As you guys will probably know, I'm a regular panelist on the Last Word on Spurs. So I'm very humbled, and you know, I've been welcomed to open arms into that family. Things are going really well. In my opinion, it's probably the best Spurs podcast out there. If you're a Spurs fan and you want great opinions from great panelists and pundits, it's a fantastic platform. And as well, the comments are always vibrant. They give you the up-to-date information. If you follow them on Twitter as well, they always the first guys with content and keep you updated on what's going on. But yeah, some good news on that side is that Last Word on Spurs, they were nominated for a Football Content Award, so the FCAs, which is probably one of the most prestigious and well-known award shows out there for content creators and pundits. And yeah, so the award show was on Thursday in Liverpool, so last week. And yeah, Last Word on Spurs, as you can see on the screen. We was up against some very tough competition, some stiff competition, some really good podcasts and great content creators, and we came second. The irony is we came second to the Anfield Wrap, and dare I say the actual presentation and award show was in Anfield. It was at the Anfield Stadium, so it was brilliant. It was lovely. Anfield Wrap is a fantastic platform, a huge platform as well. They got over 600,000 followers on Twitter, so they're huge. And obviously they won it. We came second, so to be fair, that is a fantastic result. And it just goes to show that Last Word on Spurs is going from strength to strength, and it's really been, you know, loved by you guys. So yeah, great result. There you go. There's a few of us at the award show, so you can see Crackers, you can see McQueen, you can see Ricky Sachs, myself, Talia, and yeah, a number of other people. There's Ricky and I with the Silver Award. and there's Emma Louise and I. So she was the host, she was the presenter on the day. And as you can see, there's me looking suave. So yeah, not every day hat and t-shirt, eh? Sometimes we do step out, and when we step out correctly. So yeah, just wanted to say I think that's a fantastic result. I'm very pleased and proud and humbled to be part of that. And if you haven't watched Last Word on Spurs before, or you're not familiar with it, just type it in on Twitter or YouTube and subscribe there and watch that. Ricky Sachs is a fantastic host. He's created a massive and fantastic platform, and yeah, I think it's great for you guys to also get involved with that. But as I said, Last Word on Spurs, Silver Award winners for the Content Creators Award, FCA's 2023. So yeah, boom, there you go. But yeah, regarding me, I'm going to keep this short, sharp and sweet, about 20 odd minutes or so, and we're just going to get into pretty much where Spurs are now. Obviously the title says, have the wheels fallen off? And I'm just going to give you my thoughts on that and where I think Tottenham are right now, and obviously going into the next couple of games, where I think we stand and how we navigate through the situation. So as you guys know, for me, I think Tottenham have had a fantastic start to the season. We're sitting fourth, 29 points. We played 12, won 8, drawn 2, lost 2. It's just that the fact that the last 2 games have been the losses, and it's back to back. The Chelsea one, in my opinion, we should, yeah, I'm not going to get into that. Annoying that we lost in the manner that we did, but also I thought it was a brave and valiant fight. And I went out of that game actually feeling proud and just, yeah, really, I felt like the boys had stuck together. We dug deep. It wasn't our day on the day regarding, a few silly mistakes and a few people that lost their head and all of that stuff. But I was pleased with the performance and how everyone stepped in and stepped up. The Wolves game, different matter and different manner of how we lost. Not pleased with that result, not pleased at all. We weren't great on the day, but at least if you're not good, you leave Molineux with a point, with our backs against the wall, 5 regular starters or first team starters out and everything going on. And we didn't have a good performance. I think other than Ben Davies, no one really can say they had a great game. Højbjerg was okay, but I think he made a few mistakes at the end of the game. Then you had Sarr and Basuma, who looked leggy and tired, which is natural after obviously putting it all in on the Monday night. And yeah, I mean, the thing is, when you have such a drop-off in terms of the first 11, and then the guys that come in weren't that great anyway, these kind of things do happen. And over the course of a season, you will get these kind of results. But Wolves are a good team. And for me as well, if you're not great and you're not at your best, just leave with a point, man. Do you know what I mean? Like they say, win your home games and at least draw your away games. But to capitulate in the manner that we did, it was really frustrating. And I think for the first time as well, we saw a team that didn't really resemble Ange Postecoglou. In every game so far, even in the Chelsea game when we went down to 9 men, I was always, and we've not played great for 90 minutes every game. Obviously, let's have it right. And I don't think most Premier League teams have. But typically, I saw a team that resembled Ange Postecoglou. But against Wolves last Saturday, I didn't see that. So 2 Saturdays ago now, because last Saturday was just, yeah. So, and to be fair, we rightfully got beaten. Like, I was really pissed off with how we lost, but we didn't deserve to win that game. But like I say, when you don't deserve to win a game and you're not great, the good teams will still leave with something. And that's what frustrated me. But we are where we are. Like I said, if you looked at this and told me at the beginning of the season, after 12 games played, we'd be 4th, 2 points off the top of the league, and a point behind, your Liverpools and your Arsenals, I would have taken that. I would have snatched or bitten your hand off, as they say. So I'm not going to sit here and go crazy. When people ask, have the wheels fallen off? I do think that the next result is crucial. It's critical. We got Aston Villa at home on Sunday, which I'm going to get into. And I just feel that we have to win that game. We have to win that, we have to stop the rot. The guys that are coming in need to step up, and no excuses. Do you know what I mean? I know now, we know, we can all cry about spilt milk and cry about the injuries and suspensions. But listen, we just got to get on with it. Every team's going to go through these moments. This is our first real dip. This is our first real bit of adversity. And I know obviously Kane leaving in the summer, a day before the season started, and we've had little bits and bobs, but this is the first real bump in the road during the season, and it needs to be dealt with, and it needs to be dealt with quickly. So we need to stop the rot. It's going to be a tough game. I am going to get into a bit more of that, but yeah, this can't continue if we want to be, our goals and ambitions now definitely should be to finish in the top 4. And to finish in the top 4, you need to win more games than you lose, obviously, and you need to get something out of it. Like I said, the Spurs form guide, touching on what I said when I started the pod, in terms of where we are right now, as much as everyone's saying, oh, the walls are falling off and this and that, the form guide going into the last 2 games was excellent. We were the last team in the league to be unbeaten. That stretched all the way to November the 6th, if that was the game against Chelsea. So yes, the form guide in the last 5 is 1-3, lost 2, and obviously the last 2 games are losses. The next 5 games it's going to be quite sketchy because we've got Villa at home, like I said, on Sunday, Man City away, West Ham at home, Newcastle at home, and Forest. So if you look at the first 4 teams, they're all really good teams, you know. West Ham are no mugs, and they always raise their game when they're playing us. That's a proper spicy London derby, and their fans and players really always want to leave a marker on us and lay down the gauntlet and show everyone that they're a good team. They are a good team as well. They're definitely coming into some sort of form. Jared Bowen's looking electric. James Ward-Prowse is a very good player, and yeah, they're a good team, man. And Villa's not going to be easy. Man City away is obviously probably the toughest test in the league, and Newcastle, very good team as well. They're a bit injury ravaged like us, but I'm not going to take them lightly. So it's going to be tough. You guys in the comments, let me know what you think and how you're feeling regarding the form and the next couple of games. Where do you see the points coming from? Do you see us, you know, picking up some points? I did say on the last word on Spurs yesterday that I'm not really that concerned, in a sense of I'm relishing the challenge and I want these games and I want everything to come. And at the end of the day, you need to go through these tests to grow as a team. And funny enough, people said, you know, when Chelsea were losing and dropping points and everyone looked at Chelsea and they had Tottenham coming up, they had Man City coming up, and everyone's like, where Chelsea going to pick up points? And funny enough, they beat us. They drew a Man City. The same with Manchester United, who were going on a stinky run of form. And they've obviously picked up some points in the last couple of games. So teams will naturally pick up points, especially when their backs are against the wall. And I believe that we're better than both Chelsea and Man United. So I do hope that we will also show some fight and show some resilience and hopefully pick up some points over the next couple of games. Let's get into the comments and see what you guys are saying. Come on, Liverpool all day. That's love for Magic J for stepping in and watching, but nah, not here, mate. Not here. Yes, Coys all day, of course. Jonas, thank you for the love. Thank you for the chat. Are Spurs winning any trophies this season? Well, we're only 2 points off the top, and we're still in the FA Cup as it stands. So hit me up in a couple of months, and I'll be able to give you a better insight. Big up, Patrick. Yes, what's good? Hope you're good. Okay, I'm going to get into that. So save that one for a moment in terms of Lo Celso and my starting 11 for Villa. Great comment, great question. And yeah, I'm going to get into that. Bit of housekeeping. Obviously, you guys know who I am, Patrick Tyrant. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're here for the first time, or even if you're not and you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because obviously I need my channel to grow. I hope you guys can help me push it. You guys will probably have seen me on different platforms: The Football Terrace, Last Word on Spurs, Saeed's Best of the Rest, Tlemcey's Premier League Unpacked. I've been here, there, everywhere. I've worked with so many good content creators, Grizz Khan. I've worked with Georgia Killia, so many good people. But at the same time, it's time to push my channel as well, my brand. And yeah, you guys tuning in already showing that it's worth it. And obviously, as I grow with you guys, then yeah, it's all good. It's all love. So shout out to everyone that's tuning in. Shout out to everyone I've worked with. Shout out to everyone who hits me up and wants to work with me. Yeah, I'm here, innit? I'm here. But going back to what I said, because I want to keep this short and sharp. Our next game is obviously Aston Villa. Aston Villa at home. As you guys can see, at the bottom, I've got the ticker. So they're 1 point behind us in the league. So obviously they're 5th, we're 4th. Very similar record in terms of they won 8 games, we've won 8 games. Spurs have scored 24. Villa, surprisingly, and I say surprisingly for people that don't rate them, because I do rate them highly, they scored 29 goals. The only team to have scored more goals in the league this season is Man City. So they're a really good team. I rate them highly. It's going to be a tough test, and obviously, I want us to go into that game expecting them, but also to respect ourselves and know that what we can do. It's not all about nullifying them. They need to nullify us as well. We've got lots of threats and lots of quality players, even with the injuries. And I want us to believe in ourselves. I want the fans to get behind the team and really push them on. You see how we were against Chelsea? And I know it's a bit different because it's a London derby, but I need that same energy. I need that same buzz around the stadium. I need that same effort and commitment from the fans that we had in those games, because this game is a crunch game, man. Do or die. It's a 6-pointer because Villa will be fighting us for Champions League spaces this season. They are that good, and obviously it's a 6-pointer in the sense of, even though it's so early in the season, it's in the sense of we can obviously gain 3 points on them, but also stop them getting or picking up points. So it's crucial. And going back to the game, I mean, obviously for us, Son is our top scorer. He's on 8 goals. He's been a bit quiet the last couple of games, so I really need him to start firing again. We're going to need Kulusevski, Deki to come in. You know, he looked really bright in the first 10, 15 minutes against Wolves, and then he kind of faded, which again can be down to the fact that he covers the most ground in the Premier League. That guy's a workhorse. He works so hard, and obviously he played pretty much most of the game against Chelsea, so naturally he's going to be tired. But he was really bright early on and kind of faded. Brennan Johnson as well on the other side. I need these guys to really step up. But going back to Villa, Ollie Watkins obviously is their main threat and their danger man. He's got 6 goals and 5 assists. So the guy's he's in really good form, good finisher, but he also can create and bring guys into play. So again, he's a player that a lot of people sleep on. And I think if you look at their team, they've got a lot of good players, man. It's going to be a tough test, but these are the kind of games we need. And yeah, hopefully, like I said, we can bounce back, stop the rot and stop them picking up points. But going into that game, obviously, the concerning thing for us is the injuries and suspensions. So Basuma, he picked up a yellow card against Wolves, so he's suspended. So he misses 1 game, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. He'll be back for City away on Sunday the 3rd. Romero suspended. A straight red card against Chelsea means he misses 3 games. He missed the Wolves game. He misses Villa. He misses Man City. So he's back for West Ham at home on Thursday, the 7th of the 12th. And then we've had our injury woes. We've got Mickey van der Ven probably out till January. James Maddison probably out till January. With Charlison injured. Something to do with his appendix, pelvic, I believe. He's out to January. Manor Solomon, obviously the knee meniscus problem. He's probably out to January, early Feb. So we've got a lot of injuries, man. A lot of injuries. And then obviously the suspensions as well has killed us. But again, you know, I don't want to cry over spilt milk too much. It does feel tough right now. It does feel like woe is me. But I promise you, all teams will go through these moments. We just need to, like I said, you know, we're in like defense mode right now. A little rope-a-dope, gloves are up, and then we just got to jab our way out of this, man. We've got to feel it out and just try and pick up as many points as we can, steady the ship, and then obviously when the big hitters come back, if we can pick up points now, when the big hitters come back, we can hopefully just start flying again. Yeah, man, it's needed right now. Do you know what I mean? It's needed. And hopefully the guys like Romero, vice captain, one of the best defenders in the league, one of the best defenders, in my opinion, in the world. But he needs to keep his head. He needs a calm head. If you're one of the leaders and then you're missing for that game, as in Chelsea where you got sent off, and you're missing for 3 games after, you've essentially killed us in 4 games. And that's not good enough for someone of your caliber. And you're an experienced player now. He's about 24, 25, if I'm correct. And he's been there, done that. You know, he's played in Serie A. He got Defender of the Year there. He's won a Copa America with Argentina. He's won the World Cup with Argentina. He's played in the Champions League with us for a couple of seasons. Like, there's no excuse for you to be doing that. You're not some 18, 19 naive rookie who kind of got wound up and lost his head. Like, you should be doing better. And I know he plays on the edge. And it's brilliant that he has that fire and that intensity in him, but you need to know how to manage it in these kind of games. Otherwise, you do just kill the team and you kill us. And also, you don't want to build a reputation. You don't want to be this guy that is an easy fall guy for 50-50 tackles and a referee and VAR looking for a reason to send you off. And unfortunately, when you do have that sort of reputation, it is a lot easier to pick up cards. So he needs to nullify that in his game if he really wants to take it to the next level. But yeah, what else am I going to say really in terms of where we're at right now? Let's talk about obviously how we're doing in the league in terms of the stat leaders and the Premier League ranking. So obviously you've got Son, who's on 8 goals. fantastic. Like I said, great start. Been a bit quiet the last couple of games, but obviously that is to be expected when you are missing some of your main guys, and Maddison is the guy who usually finds them. So we need to find a way to still get Sonny in the game. He's on 8 goals, which is the 3rd joint in the league. I think Jared Bowen's also on 8. Obviously, Erling Haaland's a monster. This guy's always insane. He's on about 13 goals. Salah's on 10 goals, so Salah's also insane. That guy's he's just relentless. Do you know what I mean? James Maddison's going to be out for a while, but he was firing when he was obviously playing. He's got 5 assists, so he's our obviously top assist creator, and he's joint 3rd in the league. You got tackles, Pedro Porro, which is quite surprising. He's got 39 tackles now. And I said this yesterday on the last word on Spurs, because at the beginning of the season, my main concern for Pedro Porro was defensively. He kind of, not a liability, but he could be got caught out, and he was obviously much better going forward offensively than he is, defending. But this year, he's definitely upped his game in that sense. He had a great game against Chelsea defensively, really good against Wolves. And going forward, he is probably one of the best wingers in the league. That assist, that low cross for the Pedro Porro goal against Wolves was brilliant. Even his dead balls in the Chelsea game when we were trying to get back into that game, the delivery on him is fantastic. And I think he's a really, really good fullback, and people are seeing that now. And the performances are there. The fact that he's 2nd in the league in tackles is really surprising. Even me, who watches all of our games, I wouldn't have expected that. But that is a shout out to how good he is playing. And then you got Basuma, who you would expect. He's kind of gone off the boil in the last couple of games. So he misses obviously the Aston Villa game. Hopefully that's a chance for him to reset and recalibrate, because he has gone, since he got sent off against Luton, he's kind of lost a bit of that edge and that brilliance that we saw at the beginning of the season. So I'm hoping that obviously the rest will do him well, because we're going to need the brilliant Basuma like we saw at the beginning of the season against a great team like Man City. So yeah, he's 5th in the league of tackles, 36, so still fantastic. And obviously he missed the game as well. He's going to miss a game. He's got sent off against Luton. So, when you look at that and take that into account, it's brilliant what he's been doing. Most passes, the guy who's made the most passes for us is Romero at 811, which is 11th. Obviously, he's missed a couple of games, so he's going to fall down that list, but it doesn't matter. That's cool. And Vicario, fantastic. His save percentage was brilliant up into the last couple of games where we've let in quite a few goals, so that's dipped a bit. He's 4th. I think Alisson's 1st at around about 80%. And then you've got like Nick Pope and I can't remember who else is there. But yeah, Vicario having a fantastic season, and he surprised a lot of people, including myself. I do think he's a brilliant keeper. He's definitely one to build with, and I'm really happy that we brought him in instead of David Raya. But yeah, I just think that obviously he's just going to need a bit of protection. The centre-back partnership against Aston Villa does worry me. I'm not going to delve into that. I'm going to be positive. And I want all of us guys to be positive as well, the fans, like going into this game. Be positive, believe. It's going to be tough. The next couple of games are going to be tough. But if we as fans don't believe, who will? Like if we don't back the team, who is going to back the team? And the players do feed off the energy. Like you can see it, even when if you're at a game and the fans are getting nervous when the goalkeeper's passing out from their back and the defender's on the ball and he's a bit shaky, he's a bit edgy. The energy that the fans are feeding to the players, it kind of plays into that. So I just want us to go into this game believing, ride the wave. It might be rocky in the game, but I think if we all show up, we can beat Villa. What else am I going to really touch on? That's pretty much it for now, to be fair. Any good graphic designers, hit me up. I'm struggling with my overlay. I want like a transparent overlay, something. Obviously, as you can see at the moment, I've got my little banner or my little logo at the top right hand side on my side. It might be on the left when you're watching it back. But I need a nice overlay to really like bring the visuals up to par with the content. So hit me up. I'm working on that. Obviously, as you guys know, I'm quite new to the running my own channel as well. So there are a few things that I'm still getting to grips with. So yeah, any good graphic designers, hit me up. Working on that side of the thing. And I think that's pretty much it, to be fair. Let's get into the comments and then let's call it a day. But yeah, I like listening to your thoughts on the last word on Spurs and agree with much of what you say. Oh, that's nice, man. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's a very nice comment. And I'm glad you tuned in. So the fact that you followed me from last word on Spurs and are now watching my own little segment is brilliant. And credit to you, man. Big up, John. I love that. That's really cool. And yeah, let's actually talk on that. In terms of my midfield three against Villa, I would start with Lo Celso. So I would go Højbjerg, even though I didn't think he had a good game against Aston Villa. I thought that he was just, for someone of his ability in the terms of how long he's been in the game, and very experienced midfielder. And I just thought he was so naive and just shit, basically. Let's call a spade a spade. I thought he had a shit end to the game. He was at fault, or he played a part in the fact that they scored the last 2 goals. He didn't control the game. He didn't see the game out. He didn't manage the game well. And bad passes, just I just without going too in, because I don't want to be negative in the sense of it's a new game. I've kind of like drawn a line in the sand, and I want to go into the new game feeling positive. But I just thought he wasn't good, and he was at fault and kind of cost us that game. But I would go with him. I would go with Sarr, and I would go with Lo Celso. Lo Celso, hopefully pushing up, driving the ball forward, a bit of creativity. We don't have anyone that's always is going to be a like for James Maddison, who's one of the best creators and midfielders in the league. But Lo Celso is probably the closest in our ranks, and we need him to get on the ball and push the ball forward. He needs to be that link between midfield and attack, because there was nothing in the game against Wolves that linked. That's why Sonny was so quiet and MIA, because no one was giving them or feeding them the ball. And even with the wingers, we need an outlet. We need someone that can get on the ball and push it forward and break the lines with passes. And hopefully Lo Celso can do that. It's time for him to step up. Do you know what I mean? If he can't get in the team now, and if he can't prove himself when we've got injuries, to Maddison and all these other guys, when is he ever going to play and do a job for us? So he come in with a bit of a reputation. He's fantastic for Argentina. I need to see that same Lo Celso now in a Spurs shirt. You're going to get a run of games, so please step up to the mark and show what you can do in the Spurs shirt, because I believe in him. I want him to do well, and now is the time for him to do that. So yeah, I will go with a midfield three of Højbjerg and Sarr, basically playing that DM/6, sweeping up, cleaning up, mopping up, and then giving the ball to Lo Celso, to the wingers, and then hopefully Lo Celso creating those lines and just being decisive, pushing forward. When he came on against Wolves, he looked quite bright, almost scored as well, and he was kind of like the bright spark in the middle of the park when we needed a bit more oomph. So hopefully he can deliver on that. And yeah, let's just quickly go through the rest of the comments. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that, Magic J. Thank you. If you guys can hold a great game on the 3rd of December against Man City, you guys will do extremely well. Yeah, I mean, everyone is gonna. Yeah, Man City is a tough test for everyone. But as long as the league, to be fair, yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna try their best, of course, in every game. Going back to pretty much my prediction. Actually, no, I'm gonna say that for another show. I'll say that for another show. Okay, yeah, so yeah, man, no, injuries are never a joke. And this is the thing, sometimes we as fans, we forget that these guys are human. They're training all the time, they're pushing their body to the limits, and they also play through a lot of pain. A lot of players are never fully fit. No players usually typically 100%. There's always something, but they play through it until obviously they can't. So also as well, even though injuries are annoying and frustrating for us fans, these guys need to look after themselves and take care of themselves, and also go through the necessary procedures, and then take the time out so they can come back better and stronger for themselves and for us. So yeah, so pretty much that's it, people. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this on the replay or rerun, by all means, smash a like. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, share it with your friends, post it in your group chats, and yeah, let's just help the channel. I think I'm on about 400 odd subscribers. It'd be great if I could get to 500 sooner rather than later. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for showing love. Yeah, my name is Patrick Tyrant. This is Chatty Patty. It has been episode 2.2. Like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell. Help me get to 500 subs, and I will catch you soon. Take care. Bless.